Hi boys and girls, today is Wednesday and we're going to be looking at subtracting across zeros. It can be a little bit tricky, but I don't want it to freak you out. It's just, again, do it very methodically, which means do it one step at a time. All right, let's get started. All right, a large box of watermelon weighs 300 pounds. A small box weighs 134 pounds. What is the difference between the 2 pounds? So look what they did. They gave us a visual representation of the numbers also, and they wanted us to estimate it. And they did that by rounding to the nearest hundred. If you look at that, let's put our tool there again. Always write it on your paper, have it, write it on a scrap piece of paper and have it by your computer when you're working on your math. So 300 would obviously stay at 300, and 134, I would look at the 1 and then the 3 and the 10's right next to it, and that 3 makes me stay down, so I stayed down at 100. So then it just becomes the subtraction work, and if you can't see it going across the page, which is called horizontally, then you line it up and down, and that's called vertically. 0, 0, and 2. So our estimate is around 200, but let's do it. Okay, so, they did it a couple different ways here. So let's just take it one step at a time. I can't take 4 from 0, so I'm going to borrow. I can't borrow from a 0, so I got to go way over. That 3 in the hundreds becomes a 2. I give the 10 to the tens column, or that 10 goes into the 10, which was a 0. Now I'm going to take that away, make it a 9, and then give a 10 to my ones. So I'm doing this isolated right here. 10 minus 4, well, that's 6, because we know 6 plus 4 is one of our get to 10 as fast as I can things. And then 9 minus 3, 6, and then 2 minus 1, 1. Okay, so that shows us it in a visual form with the place value sticks. So they did the same thing here. I'm just going to draw a little line right there. They did the same thing right here, and you can see their steps as I talked them through you. So let's put our number down here again, and we can do it verbally again. 10 minus 4 is 6, and 9 minus 3 is 6, and 2 minus 1 is 1. And there it is. So we're going to check it. We're going to use the 166 that we got, and that's going to go on top to start our problem, and then we're going to add back, right there, we're adding back that 134, and that's, if we do it, 6 plus 4 is 10, so I carry it, put a 0 down and carry it, and then 6 plus 1 is 7, and 7, that's right there, plus 3 is 10. Okay, and I carry it, and there's my 3. And that's how they got that number. So the addition problem we know is correct because we checked it, right? So I'm going to put my number there. My unknown is 166, and my 166 is very close to my estimate of 200. Okay, and that's how that goes. So we're checking it. First, we're estimating to kind of get a ballpark figure to see if our number is close to what we think it could possibly be, so we're not like really all over the place and with wrong answers. And then we're going back and checking it. That's what I think is the cool thing about math. All right, now let's try our second page. The school bought music equipment for $5,004. The drums cost $2,815. How much money was spent on the other equipment? So there's our symbol of the unknown. Oh my goodness, look at all the work that they did for us. All right. So they just, instead of going one step at a time, they just blew right through it. So let's me talk you through it. I can't take 5 from 4, so I got to borrow. Well, there's a 0 there. So I can't borrow there. I got to go way over here. There's a 0 there. Can't borrow. I got to go way over here to the thousands and borrow from that. So that becomes a 4. I move over the 10, so I want to give something to the tens column, so I'm going to make that a 9 and give this a 10. Okay, so now I would have a 9 there and a 10 there. Well, I still don't have anything here, So then I have to cross this one out, make it a 9, and finally give that last 10 to the 4. And then I can do my subtraction. So I got good numbers. 14 minus 5, 9. 9 minus 1, 8. 9 minus 8, 1. That was easy, right? And 4 minus 2, 2. All right, let's see how they did it in the place values. They did it again one at a time. 9. They just didn't highlight all of them for us. There they go. I just went through each of the columns. So we're going to put our 2,189 at the bottom again. That's what we believe our answer is. And then we're going to move it to the top when we write the number. And we are adding the number right here that we originally subtracted. So here we go. Mental math addition. 9 plus 5, 14. Carry my 1. So 8 plus 8, 8 plus 1, I didn't line these up very good. 8 plus 1 is 9, plus the 1 I carried is 10. It would 0 down. Now, 8 plus 1 plus the 1 I carried, so 8 plus 2 is 10, and carry my 1. And then 2 plus 2 is 4, plus the 1 I carried is 5. And that is the number that we started with everywhere, okay? Excellent, good job. All right, so here we go. Oh, they gave us kind of an easy one. We can take 7 from 9 and get 2. We can't take 5 from 0, so we got to go borrow. That becomes a 2. This becomes a 10. 10 minus 5, oh yeah, 5, because 5 plus 5 is our double. That gets us to 10 as fast as we can. And then 2 minus nothing is 2. Okay, so let's check it. So we're putting that number on the top, 252. They kind of give you these lines to help you line your numbers up. And then I'm going to add back 57. 7 plus 2, 9. 5 plus 5, 10. And carry my 1, 3. 309, that's what I started with. So I know my answer is correct. All right. Oh, another kind of easy one, but lots of crazy zeros. Here we go. 6 minus 6, 0. Can't take 3 from 0. Got to move over. Can't borrow over here because it's a 0. It's got to go way over to the thousands. Make that a 1 and bring that 10 over there. So that helps me with those two, but I still need a 10 here. So I'm going to make that a 9, borrow from it again, and then I've got my 10. 10 minus 3, mental math, 7. 9 minus 5, 4. And 1 minus nothing there is 1. Put that number on the top, and then, because I believe that's my correct answer, I'm going to check it by adding back this number in, 536. So now I'm doing addition to check it. 6 plus 0, 6. 7 plus 3, 10. Carry my 1. 5 plus 4 plus the 1 I carried. Well, if you can see it, that is already a 5. So if it's 5 plus 5, 10. Carry my 1. 2006, yep, and that's correct. That's what I started with. That's how this goes, boys and girls, and that's how you'll check it. So on today's Wednesday assignment, you're going to see some problems right there, just exactly what we did, and then also those are called independent practice, and then your homework pages. Lots of little boxes. Do the best you can when you're lining them up. That's all you can do. Okay, I know it's sometimes a little cumbersome on the slide screens, but you have been doing a great job. I know you can continue to do it. So that is Wednesday's assignment, and then on Thursday you're going to see a paper that looks like this. They've set up for you how to do the work, and it gives you a little place to work it out. If you want to write the answer in there, that's okay. If you want to do some sort of thing about changing them, that's okay too. You can use your line tool to do some of these. Let's do one more right here. Can't take 4 from 3. Got to borrow. Oh, can't borrow from there because it's a 0. So I'm going to make that a 5 and a 10. So now I'm going to make that a 9. And this will finally be a 13. 13 minus 4, 9. And 9 minus 8, 1. And 5 minus 3 is 2. Just for the heck of it, I am going to check it. 219 plus 384. Okay, so I'm adding the number that was subtracted. Okay, 9 plus 4, 13. Carry the 1. 8 plus 1 plus 10. I carry my 1. And 3 plus 2 is 5, plus the 1 I carried is 6. And that is the number we started with. All right, boys and girls, that's all for now.